Hi YouTube, this is Robinats1 here, doing part 2 of my comic book reviews for this month. I have for you today Arrow issue 2 from the hit CW show. Really looking forward to the next episode that comes out this week. Batgirl issue 10. Batman Detective Comics issue 11, and from Marvel Now, All New X-Men issue 1. So let's start off with Arrow. Arrow has 3 chapters, and the first chapter introduces Diggle's backstory. Now, Diggle is arguably one of the best characters in the show, and it was really interesting to get his backstory. And the reasons why Oliver chooses him as a partner. Basically, Diggle is a sergeant major, and he's driving to a base in Afghanistan where he sees a little girl, and his entire convoy, I think they call it convoy, is attacked, and he loses his men. Again, nothing really too major. It was just fun to get Diggle's backstory. Chapter 5 shows us how Moira Queen finds the Queen's Gambit, and we get a little bit of backstory regarding Mr. Queen and the plan that we're going to see probably at the finale at the end of the series. We also learn that Merlin actually blew up the boat with a bomb, which I don't think was explained in the TV series. And finally, in chapter 6, Oliver goes to Moscow to stop a sex trafficking stop a man who is on his list, who is leading a sex trafficking sex trafficking ring. This comic was really good. It provided us a little bit of insight. However, I feel like the comic needs a consistent story going in it, and not individual set stories. Because yes, they give us good character insight, but I'd like some story elements to it as well. Now we'll move on to Batgirl issue 10. Batgirl in this issue is you know, fights with the dilemma of small-time criminals and the big criminals, like the supervillains. You know, and Batgirl has to realize, you know, that she is a protector. And there's this boy who was caught in a bear trap, but she didn't help him because another group were there who said, you know, but she didn't stay and see if he was okay. And it results in Batgirl trying to find the boy to see if he's okay, and it turns out that the boy wasn't okay. Gail Simone is an excellent writer, and she really humanizes Batgirl. I mean, she is a terrific writer. You know, and some of her stuff are quite dark and interesting, which is always a good thing. She introduces a character called Charisse Carnes, who basically witnesses her parents and brother murdered, which was interesting, and it will play a key role in upcoming issues. And also she uses the word nightfall, which I couldn't help but think about Nightfall from where Bane breaks Batman's back. This issue also covered a Batman and his family's relevance in Gotham, because they are the key characters who protect Gotham, and the members of Nightfall are declared as vigilantes. You know, so I thought that was a very interesting thing, because Barbara Gordon believes in Batman's cause so much. And Batman Detective Comics issue 11 introduces us to a new villain called Mr. Toxic, who has built a machine that can essentially travel forward in time. This comic had interesting concepts, and I liked the detective stuff that the comic did. And also we get to see Batman using his head as opposed to his fists. I kind of felt this comic was a bit uninteresting, because it was like, it's another time travel comic. Yeah, the comic didn't really thrill me. But yeah, that's just my opinion. But my favourite was All New X-Men. Bendis really created a good story to what could have been very, very gimmicky. And it sort of reminds me of Days of Future Past, and it had that feeling to it. And I think for new audiences, it really gives us a new a chance to really meet the original X-Men. But it does sort of make Iceman suddenly relevant, which I don't think he has been very, very relevant. Because I think the only X-Men who have really been relevant is Jean Grey, Scott Summers, and Beast. I don't think Iceman and Angel have been all that relevant. And they should be, but they're just not. Also, Beast goes through a third mutation. I was quite interested in, because do mutants, like, how many mutations does a mutant go through, and what does it do to their body? So I'm quite interested in seeing what happens to Beast and what effects the mutations have on his body. Also, Cyclops is creating a new X-Men. So it's kind of like a new faction. Like, it's not the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants, and it's not X-Men. It's a completely new faction. So I'm quite interested to see what Cyclops creates. And also, Cyclops is, is a really... I don't want to call him a villain, because he's sort of an anti-hero now, but since they made him... Since the events of Avengers vs. X-Men, he's become a character that I really want to know more about, and I really want to see what happens to him. So I can't wait to continue reading this comic, and I can't wait to find out what happens. So that's all for now. I might do a part 3, so just stay tuned and for part 3. Bye.